Aloha, I'm Stan Cox, Principal Broker and Strategist with SC Finance Strategies and Insurance Consultants, and Hawaii's premier infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse coach. In order to be successful with infinite banking, does it require that you have to work with a coach? Here's the thing about infinite banking. Most people have never even heard about it. Even today, well, the basics of the strategy has been in use for nearly 200 years, and Nelson Nash coined the term infinite banking in the early 1990s. It's still basically a secret strategy. So the question, does infinite banking success require a coach? As with most things, it's not imperative that you work with a coach. I mean, given the basic knowledge of the concept, I'm going to say that most people should probably be able to figure it out and have a measure of success with it. I would say at least to be introduced to the concept and understand the proper setup of an account and to have an account created. Yes, you definitely need to work with an experienced expert on the strategy. Otherwise, you could easily be led into a completely wrong type of policy and a very, very poorly designed account. Then going forward, it is certainly an advantage to work with a coach who is really familiar with the strategy and uses it themselves. Unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous agents who will claim to know infinite banking if you bring it up and ask about it, but who really don't know anything about it except the name. And I know this is the case because I've met some. For example, some agents who sell universal life will claim that universal life products are perfectly suited for infinite banking, when that is not the case at all. A guy I was introduced to some time ago who was recruiting agents for his agency, which sells universal and term policies. When I told him I specialize in infinite banking, he tried to convince me that universal products were just as good as whole life for use with this strategy. Not so. It's true that universal products are considered cash value products, but because of the fact that universal products are built on a term chassis already makes them inferior. Add to that the fact that they are restricted in their design options and simply cannot be optimized for infinite banking. And their costs and fees continue to mount. Really makes universal products useless for infinite banking. My point is that really, unless you just accidentally happen upon something or someone who is speaking about infinite banking, you most likely will never learn about it. So it pretty much does require that someone who actually knows infinite banking to properly introduce you to it. And I definitely strongly suggest that you work with a qualified expert on infinite banking, at least to educate you on the possibilities and to get your account properly designed and set up. And it is helpful to have an expert coach to guide you as you begin to practice the strategy. As I emphasize in most of my teaching books and videos, the design of the account and the provider company are critical for optimizing an account for use of the strategy. Now, if you already have a whole life account with some cash value built up, it is possible to practice infinite banking with what you have. But it is likely that a far better designed account could be created for you, and your current account could be exchanged for the better design. For all these reasons, it is a good idea to work with a qualified infinite banking expert, at least to get going with it. There are a number of good books about infinite banking available, and a person who is determined and willing to do the research and study and has a measure of self-control may very well be quite successful with practicing infinite banking without a coach. But again, it's really important to work with an infinite banking specialist to design and get your account set up. That is simply not something just anyone can do. Also, none of the books or videos that are available, as far as I know, do not explain the proper design for an infinite banking account. And sadly, most of the books and videos available do not accurately explain the true workings of the strategy when it comes to, as they say, paying yourself interest either. So just charging ahead armed with the basic information on the infinite banking concept could land you in a not so optimal position. Now, my wife and I and our clients and many others absolutely love infinite banking. And when properly set up and practiced, it is truly the most powerful finance strategy in history. We have a lot of videos addressing many of the most frequently asked questions about the infinite banking and the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy here on our YouTube channel. This is a free resource for you, so take advantage of it and watch the videos. Subscribe to and bookmark our channel so it's easier to come back to. And don't hesitate to post your questions and comments or experiences here. We will reply. For a more complete explanation of the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy, you can watch our free video 60-minute webinar. The link is in the description box below here. And if you would like our help, even if just to determine if infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse is a good fit for you, email us with your contact information and we'll get back to you to set up a time to talk on the phone. Our email address is in the description box below. The link to buy my books on Amazon.com are also below here. And if you'd like to book a free phone consultation with me, the link to my Calendly page is also below here. And if you'd like to become a client of ours, the link for that application is also below here. We look forward to hearing from you. We're here to help. For now, mahalo and aloha for watching.